Hi lovelies, it's Jo from Angels and Ancestors, and this is going to be your weekly spiritual reading for Sunday the 25th to the 1st of September. And with the spiritual readings, normally I don't use any oracle, but I'm going to be guided by what the guides are telling me, because just recently they've been guiding me to different packs, and I'll just see how we get along with using the main tarot rather than going into oracle. Obviously I will be tapping into one of the oracles, which is the Blessed Bee card, because I like to finish with a Blessed Bee card for everybody. So current position, and tell me what is challenging spiritually. Okay. Have a foundation for spirituality, please, for the collective. Thank you. Can I have something for the collective that's leaving them spiritually at the moment? Something that's no longer in their highest good or is beneficial to them. Card that's now leaving the spirituality of the collective. Okay. And can I have a thoughts and feelings spiritually wise, please, for the collective for the 25th of August to the 1st of September, please? Thoughts and feelings spiritually for the collective. Wow, very nice. Could I have a future spiritual card for the collective, please? For August the 25th to the 1st of September. Thank you. Okay. Oh, we've got I don't know where that fell out. If it comes up on the reading that it came out with these ones, you'll have to let me know. But it when I found it, it was kind of like here. So I'm wondering if that is passing through as well. Anyway, let's have a read and see what we've got. So the current situation spiritually is the King of Chalices. Now, the King is one of these guys who is very confident, very comfortable in his own skin. He's very achieved. He's a businessman. He's done everything he wants to do, and he's sitting back and relaxing and taking things easy, and he wants to share a cup with you. Now, because it's spiritually, this cup is a cup of spirituality. He wants to share his experiences with you. Now, this could be male or female. It doesn't have to be gender specific, really. But there is going to be somebody that's in their wise years. I'm not going to say that they're young or old, because equally you get young people who are wiser beyond their years, and you get older people who are completely daft and off the bat. So I'm going to say this person is a wise person. They are going to offer you a cup of spirituality, to share it with you, to show you a pathway that you may have not explored before, or even known that was there before. So collectively, this person may come to groups of you. That's what I've just got, is groups. It may come to groups of you. It may come to you singly. It may even be a family member that is helping you decipher traditions and why they've been so successful within their life. And they're successful in all realms. They're successful physically, they're successful spiritually, financially, business wise. Everything they've touched has come up with a large cup. So the challenge for the collective spiritually, is the Ace of Wands. Now, the Ace of Wands is usually new beginnings, but it's dreams. It's head in the clouds. And I think that collectively we all need to do this. We need to get our thoughts and feelings and our manifestations and start bringing them into our lives and be more proactive about what it is that we want. It's lovely to manifest, it's lovely to scribe, but if you're just sitting there and doing that and doing nothing else that is proactive to bring those things into fruition, it may not happen. It may not happen. Don't rest on your laurels. There is a new beginning, but it is challenging you. It is challenging the way you think and feel, because it is in your dream state. It's in the clouds. It's above you. So, you know, if you kind of like, I don't do airy fairy very easily. I'm a Libra and I should be able to do airy fairy, but I can't. I don't like it. I like facts and figures. I like to be presented with what it is that I'm supposed to be doing and get on and do it. Now, spiritually, I do have a massive struggle with not asking too many questions. I do ask questions, obviously do. We're inquisitive creatures. However, I do have to check myself at times and ask why that happened, or ask how that happened, and just accept it. You know, if something good comes your way, is just put the energy into thanking spirits, guides, whoever it is you believe in, bringing that to you. So going back to the card, get the stuff out of the sky. The challenge is to accept stuff. It's to help explore with this guy and stop kind of over dreaming and over manifesting without putting some work into it. So then we have the foundation card, and this is the Knight of Chalices. And this is a lovely card because there's a message coming through with a full cup, because it's a spiritual reading. I am going to say this full cup again, like the King of Chalices, is coming your way with spirituality, and your foundation is strong. It is very strong, but don't limit yourself. Don't give yourself, and I keep telling people this, do not put yourself into a position where you've got self-imposed restrictions. You know, as a human being, as spiritual souls, we have the ability to fly. We have the ability to absorb all knowledge. And all knowledge is acceptance of everybody. And that's what I think we all strive for in the end, is just to be human beings rather than from different parts of the world. So yeah, your foundation is lovely and strong. It's strong with this cup of spirituality, and it's going to get bigger. You're going to explore more. So this one that kind of fell out in the middle, there seems to be a lot of magic around you. It's the Sith. There seems to be a lot of lotions and potions and fairies dancing and lavender growing and just all sorts of things, hanging things up to dry them out, especially this year because it's very important we get our smudge sticks done. But for some reason that was kind of like in your foundation, but it's also kind of like passing through. So I don't, okay, I've just been told some of you out there, some of you are finding it difficult this year to achieve everything that you've wanted to achieve spiritually and magically, especially the magical side, the lotions, the potions, the growing stuff. I know with my garden it's gone to pot this year, and it has driven me absolutely balmy. And it doesn't matter whether you've got a little pot of flowers on the side that have died or a massive great big garden. It will drive you mad if it has kind of left your foundation and kind of gone into the past slightly. Do not worry about this, because this is something you can pull back on at a later date. You know, draw a line under it and plant yourself a daffodil bulb or a tulip bulb, and you know, wait for that to come to fruition in the spring. But don't kind of beat yourself up about not having the time or not having the inclination to do something magical or spiritual. We all go through lulls, we all go through life, and sometimes life gets in the way for us all. So, you know, hold on to this, hold on to your magic, hold on to your spirituality, and I'm pretty sure that that's going to weigh back down into your foundation rather than completely pass through. Now, passing through, a lot of you, oh God, when I laid these down, I thought, God, there's so many of you out there at the moment. I'm getting the feeling that some of you are feeling that you've missed out on a new beginning, or a new beginning has passed you by and you weren't aware of it. And also the Sun card is passing away from you. Now the Sun card is usually illumination and showing you the right way, and it, because it's the spiritual card, it's kind of like, I think some of you are very disillusioned by what's going on in the world. I know a lot of my friends are particularly upset about some issues that are going on around the world at the moment, and to feel like this is lowering vibrations, and what we need to do is get the vibrations and our own vibrations and lift them. And however you do that, I know with me, I like dancing around the living room to all sorts of things. Some people like to sing, some people just like to do the tarot. I also love giving readings to other people, so that highs my vibration, and also the healing side of stuff, I love doing that. So whatever it is, whatever floats your boat to get your vibration up, whether it's going fishing, whether it's going down the gym, whether it's going for a walk and grounding yourself, whether it's climbing a mountain, whether it's deep sea diving, just try and higher your vibration a bit, because I'm just kind of getting the feeling that there was some really good stuff came your way. And I think that through August, I know there's been a lot of confusion, because people have been saying, oh my God, I've been so tired, I've been worn out and I don't know why. And it's because a lot of us have been ascending to a higher level because of all the planetary shifts and the conjunctions, and the Lion's Gate, and the full moon was very powerful in August, and Mercury was in retrograde for most of August, and that throws me through a loop. So I'm going to say to you, although this appears to be passing through, I don't think you've actually missed out on this new beginning. I think you've misunderstood what the new beginning is. And I think that you need to do some soul searching and find your sunshine again, because it's there. It is definitely there for you, because otherwise you wouldn't have got the King of Chalices offering you a cup of spirituality, a cup of whatever it is that you, a cup of magic, a cup of love, whatever makes you tick-tock. He's going to be offering that to you, and an explanation of how to keep it as well. Head out the clouds, people. Right, so in your thoughts and feelings, spiritually wise, you have the World Tree. I love this card. This is one of my favourite cards in the deck, but I love the Sun card as well. But this card in particular, this is a fantastic old tree, and its branches reach out to touch many, many different aspects of our lives. And under the ground, the roots reach out equally as far to make everything as sturdy as possible. Sturdy. And it is such a beautiful place to be, whether it's in your head or in your foundation. This World Tree gives you opportunities far-reaching beyond yourself, far-reaching beyond your current community or living circumstances. It's going to offer you up opportunities that you can only muster up in your imagination. It's not even dream of. It is imagination time. This, if you can put it out of your head and into your main reading, is just going to be phenomenal spiritually. It is going to open doors for you that you have never ever expected. You will go to the highest highs, and you will delve deep very deep into your soul to find out everything about yourself and everything about your spirituality. It's happening. It is happening for all of us. So hold on to that. It is a beautiful, beautiful card. So spirituality for the future is the crone, and this in other decks is strength, and it's about wisdom, growing older, learning those lessons as we grow, taking heed of those lessons as we grow, and as we grow, gaining strength. And it doesn't mean particularly strength of body, but it does mean strength of spirituality, of mind, and being able to stand up for what you believe in. When I see her with that staff and her clothing, and I think, yeah, be individual, be the person you want to be, not the person other people expect you to be. So that's your future card. We're now going to turn to the archangels, and I am going to pull some oracle, but only from Gaia. And I'm going to use the dreams of Gaia, but I've just been kind of drawn to the other Gaia decks. So I'm going to use both the Gaia decks in this spiritual reading. So we're going to ask the archangels if they have got any advice for the collective spiritually for this week, the 25th of August to the 1st of September. Have the archangels got anything spiritually to give advice on for the 25th of August to the 1st of September? Ooh, these angels are a bit tight tonight. Right, come on. Can we have some advice, please, from the archangels to the collective about the spirituality, about their spiritual side for the week, the 25th of September, 25th of August to the 1st of September. Right, that one definitely was, oh, and there we have it, hundreds. So I'm going to take the top of each pile. So we have the 8 of Raphael, which says, there is something better waiting for you to do. Do what you know is right for you. A spiritual quest. I mean, that's lovely. That just goes so nicely with the world tree. And then you have the page of Gabriel, which is energetic, brave, optimistic and playful. Follow your passion. You are ready for a challenge, opportunities for excitement and adventure. Wow. I wonder if that's what the king is kind of coming and bringing to you and offering you. That would be wonderful, wouldn't it? And then you've got the 9 of Gabriel, which says, stay determined and move forward. Be prepared for any possibility. I can't even say it. Environmental activism. Okay. So, yes. Hold on a second. Some of you are feeling that, oh, right, yeah, okay. Some of you are feeling with what's happening in the world this week, with what we've seen, which has absolutely upset so many people, that environmental activism is going to be part of your life now. And maybe you've been dreaming of this for a long time and not had the motivation or the finances to be able to do it, but it's now possible and it's going to be necessary. So there we go for, that's the main thing. I'm going to do the dreams of Gaia next. Let's get a dream out and see. And then we'll ask Gaia for some guidance and the Blessed Bee card. So, can I please have dreams for the collective, spiritually, for the week, the 25th of August to the 1st of September. Thank you. And we have the 8. And I think that's air. And we, oh, 2 8s have come out. How wonderful. 8 of air and the 8 of earth. Oh, wow. That's going to be wonderful, isn't it? Trying to keep earth as we're flying. Let's do the 8 of air first, shall we? The ego, truth, power, responsibility, consequences, cause and effect. Wow. We are creatures driven by our own ego. Our ego is in part our identity and comes from our consciousness. It is driven by our instincts and desires and constrained by culture and society. So, let's have a look and see what it says, what it means. And it turns up. I'm sorry folks, I'm going to have to get my glasses out. My eyes have just suddenly decided they're going to be really tired and they don't want to play ball. And I knew that was happening with one of the cards, so I'm just going to pop my bins on. Right. Where does it say? Okay, this is the bit I want you to get to. Take this opportunity to take charge of your life, embrace your personal power by learning from your mistakes so that you grow in wisdom and awareness. What was we saying earlier about growing in wisdom and awareness? I'm sure that, oh, it was the crone, wasn't it? Okay. Be humble and accept the truth that your ego is not always honest and that you are not always right. Your ego might have your best interest at heart, but it will offer you self-justification in order to make you feel good about your behaviour in order to protect you from the harsher truth of your actions. And these may have been misguided or harmful. The path of enlightenment is made up of mistakes and lessons learned from along the way. Wisdom is earned, not bestowed. Well, I think that's really applicable for this reading. I think that's wonderful. And then we've got the 8 of earth. What is that? Yeah, it's the 8 of earth. So this says growth, manifestation, accomplishment, success, abundance, wealth, appreciation. So it says the 8 of earth symbolises success, wealth and love. The manifestations of positive attitude, doing what you love and loving what you do. So it goes on to say, this can be a good time to think about taking the next big leap, rather than resting on your laurels. What was we saying about resting on our laurels earlier? That came up as well. You have within you to go further and reach greater heights, and we said that earlier as well, didn't we? I think that was with the world tree, where you're going to go high and delve deep into your soul as well. Heights if you desire, especially if you remain committed to doing everything to the best of your ability. The 8 of earth signifies time to look, acknowledge and celebrate your success, and perhaps start making new plans for the future as well. Very nice. I'm glad we pulled those ones. But that's 2 8s. That is their stable cards. It's lovely. So we're going to ask for some guidance from Gaia. Can I have some guidance from Gaia, please, for the collective for this week, the 25th of August to the 1st of September? Can I have some guidance from Gaia, please? Guidance from Gaia, please. And sorry about that noise. I think they've decided that my road's just turned into a racing track for motorbikes. Saturday night is usually really quiet here, and it's not tonight. So can I have some guidance from Gaia, please, for the collective, for their spiritual reading? Guidance from Gaia, please. Guidance from Gaia, please. These cards, they were really tight last night as well, and they're being really... Oh, I was going to pick... I'm going to still pick that because I had that in my head, and that one. Beautiful, thank you. So the guidance from Gaia is remembrance, resurfacing of past feelings and emotions. And remembrance for me is... I like this card because... if we don't remember the lessons that we've learned, how can we then move forward and not make those mistakes again? And until we've learned the lessons, we're going to keep making the mistakes. So we really do need to let past feelings resurface, even if it is just to wipe the decks clean and get rid of those feelings, but also to understand that those feelings can be our protection. Those feelings that, oh, I felt this before and I'm not comfortable with this, or I felt this before and it was wonderful. So they are our protective shield, they are our protective armour, if you like. So remembrance is guidance from Gaia. And then this one is Sacred Mother Earth, a message of love. Now when I see this card, and because this is a spiritual reading, rather than a love reading, I'm going to say that this message of love is coming from the energy that has now passing through and calming down, and we are going to get this immense feeling of learning to love ourselves. And it's something that we used to do. We liked ourselves as children because we hadn't learned not to like ourselves. We hadn't learned that society put restrictions on us. And this is, for me, remembering the child that you once were, and that love was unconditional back then, and how freely you could give it. And I just get the feeling that Mother Earth is telling us, you know, send a message of love out there as well. Hold the collective and keep everybody safe and everything safe. So that's from Gaia. I'm just going to pull a Blessed Bee card for the collective for this week. Could I please have a Blessed Bee card? Thank you. That was wonderful. They weren't right, were they? Okay, so we have a blessing to lift sadness. And we got this card a couple of times last month as well. A blessing for those who are nearing their last breath. Now, I know a few people that went through bereavement of losing parents in the last few weeks. Came very close to it myself, but she is kind of recovering. And we also lost one of our dogs on the 30th of July, and I actually pulled this card the day before she passed. So this isn't just about people, this is for those who are about to take their final breath. So for anybody who's going through a bereavement, you have my heartfelt sympathy. But people are going home, they're not leaving us indefinitely. We'll definitely see them again. And it, you know, even if you don't believe in the afterlife, I kind of think to myself, well, even if you're buried or you're cremated, you return to the earth, and we all walk upon the earth, so they never really leave us anyway. So it just depends on your belief, but there it is. And then a blessing to lift sadness. Now, when I pulled this and I saw them together, obviously people are losing anybody or anything that means a lot to them. Is going to have grief and sadness within their lives. But the one thing that I kept pulling, there's going to be grief and sadness around this, what you think is a new beginning that got lost somewhere. And it hasn't got lost. There's environmental actions going on and taking dreams out of your head and into your life. So I think that for the collective spiritually, everybody's feeling a lot of sadness this week with the pictures that we've seen across the world, and it's been a very disturbing week, trying to unravel and understand why things are going on that are going on. So heads up, hearts up, do some manifesting, but get those dreams into reality because they're there for you. Okay, my lovelies, that's your spiritual reading for the 25th of August to the 1st of September. See you again next week. Blessed be. Bye.